this is something I tweeted not too long ago in terms of yield. So that's what I want to talk to you about too, especially on the LP pools. Again, you have to be careful. You have to, weigh your risk and reward and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, our people, they tend to be making some money on these pools. So if you actually click the ... there's the trick. This is what I learned from our friend Somi. I was like, are they hiding the info pools or what? But you have to actually click it before you can see it. So if you go to the regular one and you do this, you can't see info pools. But if you click it, for some reason, the design of the website currently does that. And you can look at different stats and stuff on PulseChain. You can look at the tokens, you can get prices and stuff there. And of course, you click tokens, you get the ticker, and you can see this too. A lot of people go to Dex Screener because they have pretty charts and stuff. Although, if you look here, you're just not going to get really chart stuff. You're going to get more of just liquidity and volume, which is what you would expect from a DEX anyways. However, if you click on pools, so I'll drop this link in the chat. You can see actually there's been more pools since the last time I looked at all the pools here. So there are, all right, let me duplicate so I can show you the difference. The difference between the farms, which have special pools that allow you to earn incentive token participating. So these are the ones that whoever is governing PulseX, imagine Richard has some influence there. They are deciding which pools are, best for the ecosystem at the current time they believe them to be. So therefore, you're able to earn incentive token, harvest them. It's worth money. Look at the price chart and go from there. So there's this. There's the, some people say that PLSX and WPLS, if you like both coins, less risky from permanent loss. The stablecoin pairs, of course, if the price goes one way or another, you could end up with more coins and, basically could end up with essentially like almost selling your coins. You just get more on one side or the other. Whole bunch of nuance with that. We'll go through that tomorrow with Access Live on the stream. And then there's Hex, WPLS, INC pools as well as WBTC. Again, a lot of these, why would you participate? So this says 57%, but as a lot of people say it's less risky because, again, if you like both coins, depending on your time horizon, you got to make your own decision there. But these, 700% APR, that can really add up. So if you put a significant amount of coins into them, on both sides, put in, in some of these pools, your incentive token, your LP rewards and stuff, depending on the volume. And you can check that too. For example, with WBTC, you can look at CPair info and you can check and see what in the last 24 hours, 2.5 million volume, 5.5K for the reward fees. So your percentage of the pool based on that is how much of those fees you can get. And again, if you have a large percentage of the pool or the APY is pretty incredible and you're not worried about, you've already run the numbers, the permanent loss is fine with you or not, or you're willing to take the risk. If you have wrap Bitcoin and Pulse, then you can take part in the system. So there's that one. There's the Hex. Again, if you like both coins, and permanent loss becomes less of a concern. 250% APY here. So those are the ones with incentive token. Now you have the ones that aren't incentivized directly with the token. So you can't farm incentive token, but you can still make LP fees and stuff. So again, we have Hex and EHEX right here, PX and EHEX. So this one used to be able to farm incentive token. Apparently whoever's having the governance didn't think that was a good idea because maybe people were mercy instincts, blah, blah, blah. There's a ton of nuance and conversation around that. So even though you can't earn incentive token getting it, you can't farm incentive token, you can still get LP fees. So that's a lot of volume, almost 7 million in volume, and whatever percentage of the pool that you have, that's 15K in LP fees. So that is 60% LP reward. pretty interesting. I think anything, what Sami say, anything above 10%, he basically pays attention to. So if you like both hexes and you believe in them, you don't care which one you have more of, even if one has a premium, one has a discount, there's an opportunity for you to put, to do something that can earn more, perhaps depending on your bag size and how long you stake and all that, you can earn yield on your coins. So that's what I'm trying to bring attention to here is, yes, there's impermanent loss, but if you understand what that means and you understand the coins, and depending on your time horizon, depending on if you believe in them, depending on if you care how much you have one or the other, Pulse versus PulseX versus Hex, for example, this is a new way on to earn yield because we have PulseX now, and it is the yield master. So I think that, again, we'll talk about this more in the stream with Axis, but man, there's some interesting opportunities, and not just Hex. You have, Pulse BTC, you have incentive coin down here. I think there's some community coin. Yeah, so we have Pulse Bitcoin, Pulse as well. I mean, some of these very interesting APY. But again, pay attention. Why is the APR high? They may be more risky, depending on the scene. If there's even a fiat pool. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even see that one until now. There's a Hex PLS pool. So ton of people, you see the ones that are the RH products have the lower rewards usually because, again, a lot of people believe in both. So a lot of more people participate. And these yields are to get you to participate. Now, whether you participate or not, that's up to you. You run your own risk profile. You understand it or you don't. And if you do understand it, you take the risks that you want to do. That's all on you. But there, there's even a Hedron PLS pool. Cool. I didn't even see that one either. Yeah, as you can see, both people like Hedron and PLS because lower APR, but also high volume as well. So just thought that was worth going over. I think a lot of people, well, at the website, it's kind of hard to even see the pools because you have to, again, click and then go, not just hover over it. And incentive, Hex and PX is still there, still tons of liquidity, still tons of volume, still tons of fees coming out. And you can calculate your fees based on how big a percentage you are, which, the more you put in, higher your percentage goes, right? And then, of course, the farms, where you can earn both the fees and the incentive coin, which ain't doing too bad. And it's really easy to do all this stuff. I'm not going to go to a full tutorial, but essentially, if you want to do this, you can go, you get the PL, you get the tokens, you get the pool tokens, give you a share of the pool, you supply it, you enable it, you do all that stuff. Pretty straightforward. You just click. Once you get the amounts and get all the stuff set up, tells you how much percentage of pool you have. And then you just see this number tick up over time. I believe it's one incentive token issued every second. And you get a portion of that depending on how many LP tokens and which pools and all that math all baked into the system. So pretty cool stuff.